Good morning. This is See the Scuff coming at you live with. Oh, where's that? Is it going to show up? Come on. Show me the game. Yeah, there it is. Nier Automata. We started this game, I want to say 2 months ago now, and we kept getting distracted by it, by Silksong. In between that and my general fatigue, we just haven't managed to get through Route A. Now, a part of that is me constantly getting distracted by side quests, of course. But isn't that the joy of these games? I certainly think so. Well, maybe not so much as in Replicant, but it certainly is in this one. So today, we are actually going to finish Route A. What were we doing last time? Last time we had just finished the cutoff point for most of the side quests, and we finished all of the 2B exclusive side quests. So we'll just be focusing the story today, and then not tomorrow. I'm actually not sure what I put on the schedule. But, that is something for us to talk about, isn't it? The schedule! The schedule. This week, we decided to use to make our very first weekly schedule. And I put it on the Blue Sky. The very first thing I put there, also, I messed it up, so I had to repost it. Didn't delete the old one, though. I like keeping my mistakes present most of the time. And I also finished the Grohl picture, and I decided to put it there, to force people to go look at my stuff, instead of showing it all off here. Isn't that great? Who knows. Other important thing, though, right before we started, my Wi-Fi router decided to update, which is the reason that the connection is even worse than usual. It's finished, mind you, but it takes a while to stabilize, so if my glorious 480 if my glorious 720p stream is actually in 480p for you today, and if I'm lagging a bunch or anything like that, that's why. In fact, why don't I do a sound check really quickly? What do I sound like? Oh, I don't sound actually that bad. Well, that's nice. It's nice to see that the audio at least comes through. So, with that being said, I think at this point I should just hop into it, yeah? Let's get in and finish this route. It's been a long time coming. Also, the only joke ending we did was was the fish. I suppose I could have done a few more of those, couldn't I? I suppose a few of them are still available, actually. Well, we won't worry about it, yeah? Oh yeah, look at that, my chat room has already crashed once. At least on my end. Oh, actually, you know what? I think there is maybe, just maybe, one side quest that we are going to do first, because I'd like to get a new hair accessory for 2B, and that requires one more side quest to be done, but I don't think we can actually do it yet until we get 9S back. So, to the main story we go. We left off right here at the factory, so that I wouldn't forget what I was doing. It's a good thing, too, because I almost ran the opposite way.
Hello. Are you ready to go?
I am ready to go, Pascal. Oh, you follow me. I forgot about that. Can't run now.
Probably be careful. We machines can be rather unpredictable.
Very unpredictable.
In truth, yes. Now that we're cut off from the network, we no longer share data with each other. We can speak, of course, but I find that language contains many ways to hide one's true intentions.
A truer statement has never been said. I 2B agrees. Oh, we can already see a whole gaggle of friendly, or supposedly friendly bots inside. Oh, it's these guys. I think, the Game of the Year edition of this game was named after these guys. From what I recall, at least. Anyways. Olive Branch. A wonderful quest name. Also, is the game a bit loud? It is on my end here. I need to turn the sound effects down because 2B is stepping in my ears, not in a good way. How do I messed with the sound settings a little bit before we started. But I didn't mess with them in here. That's the wrong one. There we go. Sound effects, turn those down, please. In fact, we could probably turn the music down. I mean, if we're going to do that, we might as well just turn the whole audio down, right? Yeah, we can turn it down 1 point. Why not? It'll make a difference. Oh, it's so much better. The footsteps are not echoing in my head anymore. Oh, and how do I speak to you? Is it B? There it is. Not you, Pascal, sorry.
Down this corridor, if you would.
Of course. I'd love to imagine how these bots got into this situation, because obviously they're in a factory. So there's no shortage of paint, probably. But where do they get the clothes from? I mean, I guess there is cloths just laying around for some reason. Actually, now that I think about it, this whole factory is basically like a giant town for them, or a city maybe. But now we get to do the mandatory escort quest, where we are the escort. I don't think it's too long, though. Oh, look at that, the chat room crashed a third time. Oh boy, that's a record.
This all seems pretty shady if you ask me.
So why are you still here?
Well, I brought you this far, didn't I? It's my duty to see this through to the end.
Ooh, and
Appreciate it.
oh, sorry, Tubi, talked over you. Look at that, the bitrate isn't doing too hot either, is it? No, most certainly isn't. I suppose that's why we're in 480 today.
That door leads to the sanctum of His grace.
Ah, His grace, His grace. Let me grab this item first. And this one too. And I think there's a chest somewhere in here that can't be unlocked until playthrough 2. Not in this room? Okay. I guess a little bit ahead. But it has a weapon in it from what I recall. So that's something we will need to grab when we're running through here. Not today, but next stream. Not next stream, next near stream.
May hardship and conflict be forever banished from this world. Once I accepted God into my heart, I was filled with serenity.
Oh, look at this lovely little situation we have here. Those are some very dangerous fires if you're burning the metal.
My name is Pascal.
Jettison overboard.
I'm here to discuss the peace
Oh, the chat room
treaty.
crashed again? I think it might have. Anyways, hello Pontiff. I don't actually remember your name. I suppose we'll find out eventually.
His wondrous grace has become a god.
Because is a god. Yes, there it is, the famous line. Actually, not that one, the next one, I think.
His wondrous grace has become a
Oh,
god.
okay, a few more lines.
His wondrous grace has become a god. We as well shall become as gods.
There it is. Become as gods.
As well shall become as gods.
Yep.
All of you shall become as gods.
Oh, we're gonna be hearing that a lot as we go through this next level.
As gods.
Also, I love the imagery in this section. It's very simple, but it gets the point across, especially with that upside down shot. I quite like it. Anyway, I don't recall. Does Pascal actually fight here, or are they going to stick to their pacifistic nature?
That's right. This is
Oh, okay, they're not going to fight. Oh, that's fine.
I've never seen
We
machines
are
with such unique
now level 25, which is as high as we needed to go. So it looks like we did just the correct amount of side quests, which is nice.
2B to bunker. We've had a run-in with hostile machines
Also,
in the
what
abandoned
weapon
factory.
do I have
We
equipped
need an
on my...
immediate escape route.
Which one is this? Oh, I remember this one, yeah. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that's so good on crowds. I
Prove a
love it.
distress signal. Damn it.
Anyway, now that the chat room is done crashing over and over, and I can tell there's actually people here, I suppose I should probably repeat what I said at the beginning whenever the stream was really struggling. What did I say? Oh, how did I forget something I said less than 5 minutes ago? Ah, right, wait. No, the chat room crashed again. Well, you know what, we'll say it again anyways. We are adhering to the schedule, and we'll have the next one up on Saturday or Sunday, depending on your time zone. And the Grohl picture is done, and it's currently the only reason to go to the blue sky, other than the schedule. I need to use this big AoE. Oh, well, I also need to make sure it doesn't get canceled. I didn't realize you get knocked out so easily. Anyway, how's that for a half-hearted promotional attempt? Eh? I suppose it takes time to get... Okay, to actually get into a new mindset. Can't just say I want to be growth-oriented and then have it happen overnight, can I? Also, I can just leave here, can't I? The door's open. Oh wait, no it's not. In that case, I suppose we do have to fight through them all. That won't be too bad, though. They are all very, very squishy, and their attacks come so frequently that even if you spam dodge, You will get the perfect dodge. Although they really don't hurt much, do they? I mean, I know I have a lot of upgrades from last time, but I didn't expect to be doing this good. I mean, the enemies are level 24 at the highest, it looks like. So I was expecting them to put up a little bit more of a fight. Maybe we'll get more in the other rooms. Also, do I really have to fight through the whole thing? Is the door not open still? It still isn't, huh? That's kind of crazy they make you do this much. Not a bad thing, mind you. It's a hack and slash game. This is a big room where you get to hack and slash. It's two things that the game genre is named after. It is a bit annoying when they don't all run towards you. I suppose it would be a lot faster if I could use the gun, though, wouldn't it? I imagine so, but unfortunately I have an aversion to holding down the trigger for the entire game. I didn't actually mind it in Replicant, though. I think it's because in that game, the gun's a lot more... You don't have a gun, you have a magic book. But it's a lot more mechanically interesting, because as soon as you get it, and you unlock the standard shoot spell, it behaves like this one does at its max level, where different ways of inputting it make you shoot different things. So it was a lot more fun, to say the least. Also, because you had a mana bar, because there's magic in that game, you were encouraged to not spam it the whole time and actually use other stuff instead. As opposed to here, where you would ideally just hold it down the entire game. Oh my god, the door's been open this whole time. Okay, well, we can walk out. I was looking at the wrong door. Did I look away during the cutscene or something? That's probably exactly what happened if I had to guess. Hi, well, it's fine. All's well that ends well, eh? We got some levels, we got some money. And that's what we need.
Whoa, 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 whoa! To me!
Hey, it's our boy,
It's
9S.
9S?
I hacked into this machine from the bunker. I'm controlling it. I'm gonna break into this factory systems and get you out of
Reminder
here.
that
Don't do
machines
anything too
are, in
reckless,
fact,
Sophie.
machines, not like completely sentient life forms. They can have their will taken away from them. Why are these guys not put in before? That's strange. Anyway, these are actually friendly. They are not caught up in the become as gods bit. And I thought you were a merchant. I think one of them's a merchant. Ah, there he is. And I think you just sell healing, right? Yeah. Fortunately, I bought a ton of those last time, so I won't actually need it. Oh, did the chat room crash again? I think it just did. Oh boy. Well, maybe not just now, but it did at some point because a message popped up. Oh boy, we have some phenomenally poor connection today, eh? Hopefully it'll clear up by the time we get to the ending. I'd like that to come through clear at least. Oh, and I love scenes like this in games where you have the big, like, underground industrial spaces. Oh, I really love them. I haven't played Portal 2 personally. I'm going to at some point. It's one of my, not goal for this year necessarily, but it's something I need to do to sort of redeem myself, I feel, after my horrible, horrible Portal 1 stream. But I know in Portal 2 there's a lot of spaces like this. So I'm quite excited to play it whenever I feel confident enough to actually do so. The reason the Portal 1 stream was so bad was because I was just dead silent the whole time. I let GLaDOS talk over me the entire game, never said anything, just sort of sat down and did the puzzles, really. In fact, I think in the description for that stream VOD, because that was still back when I was making descriptions for them, I actually call out specifically that I want to talk over GLaDOS the entire time I play Portal 2. Hopefully that'll happen this year, but you can never be certain on how much you'll grow. Like, in a personal sense, I mean... What's in here? Oh, a save point. How kind of the game. I don't think you can actually come back to this one ever again. I think this is just for, when you're doing this section. I think they locked this area afterwards.
The connection's too unstable to use the transporter.
Yep. Also, look at this a bunch of the big guys all shut down. They're not actually dead, as I recall. I think this is actually just where their storage is. Oh, the chat crashed again! Wonderful. Oh, I love these big guys, the big stompy guys with the big legs. It's a shame you don't get to fight more of them, but I suppose they aren't exactly fun to fight. I just kind of like how they look. Anyways, welcome back everyone who just was in the chat room when it crashed. What do we have now? I think we're almost to the weapon chest. I want to see if I can get this 2B. Oh! Hey, look, it's our first or second interaction, I think, with the suicide bots. It's time to actually use the gun, then. I should probably pick up these items, shouldn't I? I mean, I don't really need them, but once we get to play through 2, I already said I'm gonna hack in a bunch of stuff from myself for the lore purposes. Can I get up there? No, not that one. Hi, but it's fine, it's fine. Hello, Pascal, teleporting in because you got stuck on something. Let's go down first. I'm pretty sure up is the correct way. Aye, we have a broken door down here with an item. Not a good one, though. I can see that there's actually something over there. Can I fall through the stairs? I can. Falling through the stairs is probably the correct path if I had to guess. No, it's not. In fact, I can see a door above me, which means I probably need to fall down the stairs to get there. Let's see if that's the case. Oh, that's exactly what it is. Okay, let's head in. Ooh, we have one of these big bipedal guys with the blade hands. I think these ones are supposed to be one of the harder ones in the game. Oh. Okay, you're not. Okay, you are aggressive. I was wondering what was happening. Let's try and hit them all with the big move. Oh, beautiful. Now we only have the one left. Oh, never mind. We have two left. But the other two can get killed by the gun. Okay, now he does a big spin attack. You know, they're not actually that bad. I think the reason that I'm under the impression that they're strong, aside from their appearance, is that Father Servo kind of has a cutoff point. Well, not a hard cutoff point, but a soft cutoff point in the first playthrough. Where his level just gets so high you can't kill him, and when that happens, he's taking this form. I think that's where we have him right now. Anyways, we can now loot this ginormous android corpse pile to get a bunch of chips that are probably not that good, if I do imagine. Yeah, XP gain, we definitely don't need that. I mean, I guess if we ever kill the golden bot, we can probably take that. It'll give us a lot of XP if we do that. Anyways, hello friendo, how are you? I don't know why it happened, and I really don't. If I had to guess, it's because maybe some of you were still connected to the network when Adam died? It's kind of hard to tell, actually, because there's not really an explanation. No, I don't think that's it. What would the explanation be? Maybe the leader just died naturally, and then the rest went crazy because of it, because they were all religious fanatics. Well, not all of them went crazy, though. I mean, I suppose we can chalk that up to individual difference. But I've never actually put too much thought into why they are all trying to become as gods. This is where I started. Huh. Oh, actually, maybe Pascal explains it when we get out. I wouldn't doubt that. I think these are instant death if I get crushed, so let's try not to do that. Oh, is this the hidden item spot? I think it might be.
2B.
Oh, hello,
Keep
2B.
going straight.
Not 2B, 9S. Oh, I already have maxed the item for that. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I can see right there. There's a spot where I can get on top of the crusher. I can't actually make that jump. And I know there's a sword up there. So how do I get to it? Hold on, let me do this. There's probably a platform somewhere. Let's see if we can go find that hidden passage. There we go. Made it through there quite nicely. No, it's not on this side, because this is that lower area. And a lot lower. This is as high as we can go on the stairs. And that is the door with the chest inside of it. Unless there's a spot I can jump. No, I don't see any platforms I can jump to over there. The near streams you always do seem to be popping out of. But it's always nice to have you here. Oh, you know, I suppose I should say for a third time then, the news I said at the beginning. The calendar is up. It's there on the blue sky. I messed it up once, but it's good now, and we're going to be sticking to it, even if I'm really tired. Also, the Grohl picture is done, and it's exclusively there, so that people have to go there to see it. And that was all the news I had. I've said it like 3 times at this point, because the chat room keeps crashing today. Oh, you stayed up till 3 a.m.? I certainly feel that. I've done that quite a bit more than I should, which is never realistically, but I have a habit of doing it. Probably because I stream so late, and I'm not really tired after streaming a lot of the time. I mean, sometimes I am. That's actually the main reason why I've ended most of the near streams, because I was tired, but if I'm just doing Ace Attorney or something, I'm usually still up for a good 4, maybe 5 hours afterwards, which is really not good. Oh, I did not know there was a Suicide regular version. Oh, is that what the ones earlier were? Okay, I thought these were just the Suicide bots, but no, they're just holding the head of a Suicide bot. Oh, and the curve of my bullet is not allowing me to hit them. Or the lack of curve on my bullet. Okay, I guess I can just use a sword beam to keep them away. Only do it when you have a chance to play with friends from overseas, otherwise you get in bed at a more reasonable time. It's a good habit. Or not a good habit, like the staying up part, but good habit to restrict it. Oh, that's where we get into the sword room. Right up there, that door. I was looking for a way up there. And I was right, you can't get into that until playthrough 2. That is a 9S lock, which means we cannot get into it. In that case, we get to continue our journey through the factory, I suppose. And I get to keep having my attack cancelled. There we go, just do it there. That's close enough. I'm really bad at using it, but it is really powerful. I should probably be using it more. Well, I know I should be using it more, that's why I keep trying to use it. But I should be using it successfully more. There's a ton of these guys. Were they infinitely spawning or something? Oh, this game doesn't do that much. But I wouldn't doubt it in this particular case. Oh yeah, no, they're definitely spawning more. Okay. I guess let's just run past them. And here we are, up at the top. Unfortunately, we cannot go get that sword. Time zones are the worst, but alas, the Earth is round, so we must deal with it. Is there another merchant here? Not you. No, it doesn't look like there is, actually. What's this, though? Oh, is this a shortcut door? Oh, I forgot this area had these. This is like the only area in the game that has panels like this that you can use to open shortcuts. I don't think that one's a shortcut, though. Yeah, oh, no, this one is a shortcut. This is a shortcut to the save point. And then over here is progression. Yeah, I think the other one in this area is a panel that drops a bridge outside. I think we'll actually get to see it later during this segment, because this is the last factory segment of the playthrough. In fact, this is, I think after this, the only segment we have left is going back to City Ruins. And that'll be the end. So, we'll see if we can do the side quests that give us a new hair ornament before doing that, because if we get to this point where we swap characters, then 2B will be stuck with whatever hair ornament she has, and I would like to give her something other than the ribbon. I don't say what specifically, though. I want to keep it a surprise. I almost got crushed there. Oh, the steam is... that's rough. Hold on, almost made it through. There we go. Easy section. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't kill the friendlies. I think if I save the friendlies here, it actually gives me more items, I think, at the end. Unfortunately, I have Sword Beam turned on, so I'm going to kill a lot of them, I think. Yep, that's a lot of them dying. Oh, I'm so sorry, friendly bots. But I literally cannot not kill you. Because I have a Sword Beam. I mean, I guess I could have just used the gun, or the pod, but fortunately I'm not quite in the right... I don't want to do that, actually. I don't have an excuse. Anyway, thank you for the item. Oh, you guys actually give money. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have actually made an attempt to not kill them. That would have been a good idea. How many did I kill? Probably 2 or 3 if I had to guess. I'm underestimating it probably because I'm trying to make myself feel better about that. But that's fine. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 G and some healing. And another 9S door that we cannot open. Oh, well, you know what? When we come through here as 9S later, we'll be able to save a lot more of them. He is really good at not doing collateral damage. You know, because he's not a battle android like 2B is. He is a scanner, as his name suggests.
Exit route secured.
Thanks.
Ah, thank you, 9S. Oh, look, here's our last save point. I think there's a boss fight after this, actually. Map information unlocked. Thank you. Quick save. Is it boss fight time? I think it is. I think this is another save point that we can't come back to later. Let's see, what do we have through here? Oh, this is a loading elevator, I see. I assume most elevators in this game are actually for loading zones. The only one I can think of that's not is the one in the amusement park basement, I believe. Because that one has a side view. So I think that one's in a real elevator, from what I remember. But I haven't actually gone there in this playthrough. Oh, the chat crashed again, I think. Oh, man, it's really rough today, huh? Anyways, the current pod program we have is not going to be useful. And Blade is broken. And Scanner is useless. So let's go ahead and manually change that to something else, shall we? I suppose we could try Hammer. Why not? I mean, it's not nearly as broken as... Oh, actually, let's try Spear. We haven't tried this one yet. Or Bomb. We just got that one. 999. We'll try Spear. In Nier Replicant, Spear was by far my favorite spell. Let's see if it works the same. If we charge it all the way up. Why can I not charge up my thing? What? Hold on. Pod swap? Yeah, you can charge laser. Oh, that's not laser, that's blade. Okay, well, hold on. Scanner. Yeah. Oh, it's because I didn't equip it, that's why. Okay, my bad. As I was saying, Spear was my favorite spell back in Nier Replicant. It was called Dark Execution in that game. And as you can see, when you charge it up more... Oh, wait, no? Are the other pods not going to join in? Wait, no way. Did they nerf it that bad? Do the other pods not join in on it? Hold on. We gotta try that again. Charged up. Now wait. Okay, there it goes. Okay, I guess it was just glitched. Okay, so yeah, when you charge it up, it shoots out in more directions. And then it comes out of the ground like that. Now, in Nier Replicant, this was absurd. Aye. I'm only speaking English in these streams. But yeah, so the way the spell worked in Replicant is it had a much smaller range, but it was much more compact. And whenever you hit something with it, it got skewered on the spear, and if it didn't immediately die, it would stay on the spear until it got lower to the ground, and then it would drop to the floor and just lay there for a few seconds, allowing you to run up and do a finishing blow without actually having it at low HP. It was really absurd. And it was the only reason I was able to do the DLC missions while on hard mode. Which admittedly I should not have been doing. Hard mode in that game sucks, but I did not know that until it was too late. Well, it wasn't too late, but because you can always swap, but it was too late for my ego. Anyway, look, here's our boss. The first of surprisingly many giant round robots. Oh right, I forgot. I can't actually hit him, can I?
Both long and close range attacks are ineffective.
I had to wait for the shield to go down.
Large energy supply detected within this factory.
I think this is the 9S section actually,
Source should be destroyed.
where he's going and taking down the shield for me. We don't get to see it, of course.
That Goliath we just encountered.
Not yet.
I got it. I've been keeping an eye on you. I'm gonna shut off power to the factory.
But it
now.
is nice that this section, this whole last act of the game is different in the playthrough B,
Factory system at
because everything else
80%
is
control.
very similar.
Hang in there,
Hence the
2B.
fact that I'm turning it into the lore dump section.
90%,
But it's not all bad. There are
92,
quite a few
95.
side quests and whatnot that are very nice, including my favorite one in the game by far. I really think that any playthrough of Nier Automata without that particular side quest is incomplete.
2B, I just shut
Ah,
down
there we
the
go. We
electrical
can now
grid.
fight.
Enemy shield deactivated.
Let's see how much damage the spear does. Does every single spear hit? Oh, every single spear does hit. Okay, it's quite good then against big enemies like this. I think you did, in fact, just not get enough sleep. Because, as far as I'm aware, I'm speaking rather clearly right now. Or at least I think so. In fact, I feel like I'm stuttering and stumbling less than I do during the Ace Attorney streams, which is rather embarrassing, actually. I try to not stutter during those. Oh, I forgot he has a tail, doesn't he? I can't see in the dark. Oh, that's a good damage, good damage. Not nearly as much as Blade, but that is a balanced amount of damage. And it's a lot easier to use than the laser, because I'm actually able to move around while it's going off. Ah, you woke up 15 minutes ago. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, I mentioned that before, actually, that you do these. You join here right after you wake up. Oh, and I forgot he has this weak point on his tail, doesn't he? Yeah, let's see if we can hit this spear. No, probably instant kill. In fact, his health bar disappeared, so I imagine he is, in fact, dead and transitioning to the next phase now. Yeah? And there he is, phase transition. Okay, he's a big ball now. More so than he was before. Fortunately, he's also in the dark, and my camera is very zoomed in during this fight. Oh, there we go. Thank you, 2B. I usually wake up earlier. Usually for about an hour and a half before stream. I see, I see. Well, oh, we get a level off of that. Dang, level 27 in Route A. That's probably, I think that's better than I've ever done, actually. Probably because I made a habit of not doing side quests in previous playthroughs. At least not until later in the game. I tend to save them for when I'm 9S, because he's way easier to play as. Which is really weird, because once again, he's a scanner. He shouldn't be stronger, but he is for some reason. Though, actually, in lore, 9S did modify himself without permission to be stronger so that he could follow 2B around better without getting in her way. He also modifies his flight units a bit, which gets him in trouble. And hey, look at this, we're back in the regular factory. Isn't that amazing? I don't remember the way to get out, though. I think it's this way. Right? Or am I going deeper in? This looks like the right way, because we just got ambushed. Oh, I had the spears equipped. Oh, right, I had a Mirage. That's fine. Very convenient time for you? Well, that's nice to hear, because for most people, this is a very inconvenient time. I don't actually... Here's the thing, I put 3 time zones on the schedule. I put PST, I put UTC +0, and I put Midway. Because I wanted a stream, I wanted a time zone, 2 time zones where people speak English, one of them being an easy one to calculate off of using universal time zones. And I wanted one that was a day off, like I am, without actually being mine. And it's, you know, it's really random. And I'll probably change it in the next one. But I did do it. I think I'm going the wrong way. Oh wait, what was the point of me saying that? I didn't get to the point. The point was, that I was trying to make, is that I don't actually know what time zone is most convenient for people to watch this. So I have no idea where people are coming from. I think the only other person who has ever made a habit of being here regularly was from Germany. Why is there a huge cluster of enemies in the map? Oh, those are inside the factory. I'm going the wrong way. Okay, yeah, no, this is the completely wrong way. Okay, well, you know, it's fine. At least I realized it. I don't think there's any purpose of going backwards to the factory, from what I recall. So we're just gonna go through the intended way. Oh, look, here's that bridge I mentioned. Yeah, I think we had to drop it from the other side. I don't actually remember where the thing to drop it is at, though. Yeah, this factory is filled with all sorts of stuff that's really hard to find, especially because the game only makes you come back here this one time after the tutorial. And during the tutorial, it's obviously very blocked off. And even during this, it kind of is, too. And, you know, I really should have realized this is the wrong way, based off of how there is almost no music, and the enemies are all the normal variety, and the events I remember occurring are not happening. I really should have gotten that, huh? Ah, here we are. Back to the crazy bots. Dream's nice place, been there last time. I'd like to go there one day. I actually had plans to travel around, but then COVID happened, so it never ended up happening. Also, and then also my foreign language skills all massively deteriorated because of that. Oh. Robot suicide. There they go. Much more somber than the Romeos and Juliets. Much more disturbing, too, because they're all giving into, like, peer pressure to do it. But that's why they cut out the music during this. Well, they have music, but it's much quieter. Look at them. Taking away the worst lessons from their studies of humanity. Fortunately, many of the robots in this game do that. Both machine and android. Bye-bye. As you said, which of these doors is the correct one? I think this was a shortcut door, right?
Proposal. Proceed toward.
Oh no, that's the lift that goes back to where we were earlier. Okay, you know, Pod, I gotta say, it's not great telling me to go where the guide marker is when the guide marker is in the corner. Only country you're currently hoping to visit is Canada, because your friend lives there. Canada's a great place.
Why?
Oh, hold on.
Why did you have to die? It's not fair. My only brother. Damn them! I'll kill them. I swear I'll kill them all.
Oh, his edgy tattoo's growing. I love that part. Anyway, Eve is very clearly upset about this whole thing.
Certainly something.
Oh, I can't
had
talk
no
over you yet.
idea such a vast space existed beneath the abandoned factory. I need to return and investigate as soon as possible. When I do, perhaps you'd be willing to join me?
No.
No thanks.
Yep, thank you, Tubi, for denying that. No, okay, I think they're not going to
Heading
talk.
back to the resistance camp. What about you?
Oh, I'll probably wander back to the village. I have plenty on my plate there.
I see.
There we go. As I was saying, Canada, it's great. Very similar to where I live. Only the accents are very different.
This is the resistance camp.
Oh, another
Say
message.
Again? I'm not receiving.
Scanning for interference.
The machine requesting a backup. Forces in range. Please, Let's move.
Oh, okay, it sounds like to me like I'm not going to be able to do the side quest I want to do. So I guess 2B is going to be stuck with the pink bow for a little while. Been in most European countries near you? None of the remaining ones really intrigue you? I certainly get that. There are plenty of places where I have not much interest in going due to having gone to places near them. Anyway, look at that. We finished the last, or second to last sequence in the game, I believe. Everything else is going to be in the city center, which means this is probably going to be a rather short stream if I had to guess. Oh, and also I can actually say the thing I was going to say about Canada a second ago before I got interrupted a bunch. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, don't forget. We were just talking about it. Good place, similar to where I live, different accents. Ah, right, I remember. When I went there, I was actually there for quite a while. I almost picked up their accent, actually. That's probably why I sort of slip into it a little bit every now and then with the A at the end of my sentences. I've been there once when you're 5 years old, so you don't remember much. Aye. Oh my god, I'm sorry for the distraction. Look, it's the new enemy types. Okay, hold on. Get rid of the gun guy. I don't want to look at him. He's boring and old. Oh, actually, he has a new move. Okay, hold on. Let me deal with him first, anyways. I want to deal with the new guy. Look at this. These are the new enemies. So they have the big, like their faces torn off, and they have this new attack. Look at that little AOE. Now I know I'm kind of overreacting to their presence, but that's because I thought it was something else, and I didn't realize that was the regular AOE until I got hit by it. I was expecting it to be a different one, but it's fine. And it would seem that oh, they also have the rapids. Oh, that's a new one. That's the rapid fire for the gun. Hold on. I need to turn the Mirage back on because Spear is not nearly as good in this game as it is in Replicant, unfortunately. I've been quite enjoying the Mirage. In fact, I should probably change Blade off for Spear, since we're not going to be using Blade. It's too overpowered. Actually, you know what? If we get over to the Resistance camp and they don't immediately put me into music, I might actually be able to go do that side quest.
Why are their numbers increasing like this?
Nope, never mind.
Unknown.
We have a dialogue
Try
going on.
contacting the
We have to
bunker
do it.
via laser relay system.
Affirmative.
Ooh. Yeah, there's a ton of guys getting dropped in around us. I can see them on the minimap. Huge hordes of them.
Yeah.
Mild Canadian accent, but every bit of accent due to learning English through cartoons and YouTube. Aye. You've told me that one before, I remember that. Anyways, unfortunately we do have to go to the Resistance camp. I think if I run away right now though, there's a special ending. Let me try and do that. I'll have to walk back quite far if I do this. And I'll also have to walk quite far in order to trigger it. But I think it's one of the funnier ones, if I'm remembering which one it is correctly. There's actually, I think, probably 5 or 6, no, probably more, endings in this game for abandoning your duties. Because there's at least one for every character, and there's one for like every event in the game where you are required to go do something. And I don't remember which one is which. So we're going to go try and see which one this is, because I've only done one of the joke endings in this playthrough, and that was eating the fish and dying. And as interesting as that is, I'd like to do at least one more before we leave 2B for a while. Also, I do find it interesting that the mackerel, of all things, is poisonous to androids, or at least Yorha androids. I know it's just as a joke. I wonder what the origin is for it is. Oh, those rat developers. They don't even give me the option to do the joke ending right now. Okay. I guess we'll have to come back and check it later. They blocked off the exit. Usually for the abandoning your duty, you just run through one of the borders to the other areas, and that's the closest one. But it shut off, so we'll try it again later, I suppose. Well, we can grab some XP on the way back, though. Fully charge this up, get a big AoE going. Oh, I love that. Why did I even... I mean, I know why I've never used it, because Blade exists. But it's still nice. Probably should have used it more, instead of using exclusively Blade. Probably would have broken the game a lot less in my initial playthrough. Though, admittedly, shorting the boss fights isn't actually a drawback that much, because none of the boss fights are especially interesting from a mechanical perspective. I thought I actually had mackerel. It doesn't, I mean, I don't think it lives here. Anyone who goes fishing is just going for salmon or halibut or hooligan
Eating them?
or flounder. Anyway, here's the reason why the machines are missing their faces. It's because they're now trying to eat the androids. So we call these zombie machines. And they are going to be not actually a main enemy going forward, but they'll be present at the end of Route B as well.
2B! You okay? They came
And they'll
out
be
of
quite
nowhere,
interesting then.
overran the entire camp. We tried to fight back, but our shots have no effect.
Alert. Energy shields detected on multiple
Yeah, I
enemy
saw those
fighters.
energy shields.
Physical attacks recommended.
Got it. You get the other androids out of here. Good luck.
Alright. There we go. I suppose this is probably the purpose of the Unit Bs, because the thing is, there's a lot of Yorha androids, and we only get to see A, which is outdated, B, and S in battle, even though there's also Gs and Ds that fight, and Es. So I wonder if the purpose of the Unit Bs is to break shields, because they use swords and such as their regular weapons. That makes sense. Mackerel's a popular fish there. You're forced to eat it every day for a few years. And your least favorite kind of bread. Aye, that's rough. That's rough. Even here, I've never had to have a primarily fish diet because fish is somewhat limited, you know, by fishing limits and whatnot. So it's usually saved for maybe once a month. Though I suppose if I was in a smaller family, it would probably be much more often. Anyway, I think I just had to kill the big guy and the little one stopped spawning. If I had to guess. There we go, big guy dead. Now we take care of the little ones. After the big guy despawns, I can get to them, at least. There we go. Very cleared, and there's a 9S box. Can't open it yet. And look at that, I was right. You just kill a big guy, and the little ones stop coming. Perfect. Also, where did Devil and Popo go during all this? I know they survive, but I don't actually know where they go.
You saved our lives. What's going on here? I have no idea. They came out of nowhere and just...
Also, so here's an interesting thing.
Huh?
Well,
That was outside the
once they
camp.
finish talking. So this game has 5 main endings. A, B, C, D, and E. A and B and E are all undeniably canon, but of C and D, only one of them is, and I don't actually know which one the game goes with. One of the reasons I decided to replay this game is because I realized that the Nier Automata anime exists, like you got an anime adaptation recently, and I haven't watched it yet, but I know it gives... The reason I brought it up is I know it gives an enemy more character. I know it probably gives a definitive answer as to which of C and D is the canon ending. So that'll probably be something I look at on my own time in order to talk about when we get to that point.
Again?
Anyway, second big ball time. I can't actually touch any of that water right now, which is very unfortunate. So, for now, we just get to run around and shoot him with our very, very weak, unupgraded gun. And unfortunately, we will not be hacking in all of the materials for upgrading the gun, because it has a very specific material type, only gotten from very specific side quests. And I think we will just do the side quests, because there's no lore attached to the gun, just to the weapons. I should not be using that. I should be using... Oh, I think... Never mind, Mirage does good damage too. I was about to say I should be using the spear. Yeah, I think this is the second to last or third to last boss in the game.
Forms are converging on the area.
This is never going to end.
Hypothesis. The Goliath-class enemy screen has summoned the local machine life forms. Proposal. Destroy the Goliath.
Anyway, I think once I destroy this last leg, it's going to turn into a ball, right? If I had to guess. The other one turned into a ball. I don't see why this one would be much different. And I remember there being multiple big ball-type enemies. Ah, yeah, there we go. It's turning into a ball. That's why it retracted its tail. Yeah, there we go. Big ball. And I cannot actually hurt it with my gun anymore. Oh, it's because it's a scripted cutscene. I see. I think there's going to be a few of those, actually. Oh, our boy has returned. Wonderful. Don't worry, he didn't kill himself just now. He ejected. Oh, look at him. Oh, it's wonderful to have him back.
Good thing I landed that direct hit. Uh-oh.
Anyway, look, here it is, our other boy. Not our boy, but,
All of you are going to
you know, it's Eve. He's here. We haven't seen him around much. Now, I mentioned in a previous stream that Eve is actually my second favorite performance in this game, voice-wise. At least in English. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. it's not because of this upcoming sequence. It's because of the final sequence.
2B, you okay?
I'm fine. Let's
With
take
that being
this
said,
bastard down.
we now get to go fight the big ball of metal. And I don't remember this being an especially interesting fight, but, I mean, it is a fight, I suppose. Also, Eve turns into, like, this weird orb of energy during this. And I'm not really sure what's up with that. I think that's just a thing that he can do, because he spawned out of a weird orb. I don't really get what he was thinking turning into it, really. Or maybe it's not him, maybe it's something else. Because he does show up again later in a different spot. The point is, I'm confused about this. I actually have no idea what the lore behind the metal ball is. And it doesn't even have a boss name, from what I recall. And, I think I was just outside the range for that. And Metal Ball is almost defeated. I think we have one more Metal Ball to fight after this, actually. Oh, look at level 28. We're doing really good on levels, huh? Anyway, like I said, we have one more Metal Ball to fight. I think it's over by the Machine Village. So we're going to go ahead and make our way over there preemptively. Ah, there's our Metal Ball. Oh, and the chat crashed again! Look at that. Look at that. You know, you can really tell the stream's doing poorly because the native resolution is 480 today, I believe.
There's too many.
Which is not supposed to be.
2B? 2B,
It's supposed to
can
be
you hear me?
1080 actually.
Village is under...
But it usually turns into 720.
Pascal? Come in, Pascal.
Shit.
But it's fine. It actually doesn't bother me anymore these days. I just sort of live with it. Anyway, there we go. Oh, you guys have a lot of HP. Or maybe charging up makes it deal more damage, instead of just increasing the area. I don't know the mechanics behind it, because I've not used it before this playthrough. Now let's charge it up this time, see if we can get these little guys. They're obviously going to have less health. Okay, yeah, well, kills the little guys pretty well. Anyway, big ball time, big ball 2, the big worm. I think it says it's a worm when we're fighting it, actually. Does it? Ah, well, before that, we gotta take care of these. Oh, it's the guys with the 2 axes. We haven't seen too many of those, have we? Outside the forest. But everything in the forest gets, like, one shot. So we haven't actually seen their moveset before. I think they're probably the strongest of the medium-sized bots. Machines. I forget what they're called for a second. Oh yeah, no, there is swearing in this game. It's very rare in this first playthrough, because 9S and 2B don't really do it much, because 9S is trying to be good in front of 2B, and 2B just doesn't especially care to say anything, unless things go really, really wrong, which they are right now, but they aren't for most of the playthrough. But yeah, there'll probably be a lot more swearing from what I remember in the second half of the game, which is after playthrough B. Not that as a draw or anything, just as a warning, I suppose. Oh, I can't see this thing's HP bar. It's in such a weird place. Also, I don't actually know how you're supposed to dodge this one attack in particular. I think you just spam dodge. Where the heck does this thing go? I think I have to use lock on it if I actually want to hit it. At least while it's in the air. Oh, okay, it was at 1 HP. It's probably why I can't see the health bar.
You saved us.
Oh, and we got a machine core.
Thank you
Wonderful.
so
Money.
much.
Love to see
What
that.
happened here?
The machines on the network all went berserk at the same
And now we
moment.
get to head to the final
The
part.
unit presiding over them may have gone mad.
It's Eve.
Look at these AoE attacks. So
We
underused.
destroy this presiding unit. Will it stop?
Unfortunately,
the rest?
my favorite attack in the game, which we won't see for a while, is even more underused. It's another AoE.
Location has been detected and placed on map.
I won't
We'll take
spoil
care
it,
of Eve.
as I
Just worry about keeping the
try to do with
safe,
most
okay?
things, but it is coming eventually. Anyway, as soon as we go down there, we get to start our final boss fight. Oh, another call? Ah, it's Eve again. Now, before I... Oh,
Looks like he's bombarding the area with forced connections. I think all these transmissions are making the machines go haywire. We have to find Eve and destroy him.
On it.
yes, we do. Now, before I jump down there and start smacking Eve, I will say, Oh, you personally don't care about swearing at all? You try to tone it down a bit? I get it. The reason I don't do it is just because it's not a part of my vocabulary. I was the eldest child, so my parents tried not to swear around me. So it just never ended up being a part of how I talk. Not the case for my younger siblings, though. Not at all. What was I saying? Though, right before we go down and talk to Eve, or fight him, something to note is that you probably don't care about him at all. And that makes perfect sense, because he and Adam barely show up in this first playthrough. It's actually quite... Oh, hello. It's quite odd how little they show up. And that's why I would just like to say that one of the main points of the second playthrough is actually learning what they were up to the whole time behind the scenes. Why they decided to put on clothes and do their hair and whatnot. So they'll become a bit more interesting then. For now, we get to see my favorite part of Eve, which is his, the end.
And here you are.
I love his tattoos.
I know you two feel
How
the
they grow
same,
on him.
that this world is utterly meaningless.
He's so edgy, too. I mean, obviously he's edgy. Look at his appearance.
As far as I'm concerned, my brother.
But the way he talks in this
was
particular
everything.
scene.
And now, everything must die!
And there he goes. Final boss fight of the playthrough.
Did you kill my brother?
Because he wanted me to kill him, that's why. And I don't recall the first phase of this fight being especially bad, but the second phase, now that one is really rough from what I remember. The camera, in particular, is the real boss fight. Hold on, I saw you sent a message, but I can't look right now. Oh, I'm actually grabbing fine. Oh, wait, no, never mind, I can't. Actually, no, wait, let's try and read it while I'm fighting. I have enough healing for it to do it. A lot of English swear words are used in your language as well, and they are considered swears the same way. Oh, yeah. I understand that. English swears kind of really suck. Oh, here's the part where I said the camera sucks. So we had to do this section. But, you know, in order to really get your point across, if you're trying to do something like swearing in English, I find that you had to get a bit creative, which luckily I'm quite good at, because I'm quite good at English, even though that does hurt my other language abilities a bit. But it's never bad to be creative, I suppose. I suppose I should elaborate on that, though. The reason is because, if you think about it, when you're learning a language, assuming it's not from birth, you're going to learn it a lot faster than a child would. But you're still going to be speaking at the language of a child for a while, unless you have a lot of time spent studying. And I always despised that, because I do not speak or type like a child,
Massive
in
energy
English at
signatures
least.
detected.
Actually, most of the
The
time,
energy seems to be coming from a
I
large
am
number
rather
of living
formal
machine life forms.
and
He's
sometimes
absorbing
kind of
the life
archaic
force
as
of
well.
whatever's left on the network.
And I always try and skip ahead to that step
We'll never get
when
anywhere
practicing
like this.
language,
I'm going
and
to try
it's,
hacking into Eve
you know,
and shutting
not
it down.
exactly something you're supposed to do.
On it.
In fact, it's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do.
Unit 9S where he hacks the system.
The enemy is connected to a vast network.
How did I even get to talking about that? I don't
Agents
quite
of
recall.
Unit 9S have an unacceptably low
I think it was just because I was talking about how
Proposal.
you had to get creative with swearing in English. That's what it was.
If 9S says he can do it, then he will.
But you know, getting sidetracked like that is a good thing here. This is perhaps among the most informal situations I can be in. And my main goal is to not stop talking. Okay, Eve, can you please get away from the edge of the arena? I want to see what I'm fighting. Yeah, that's a good way to draw me out of whatever I was saying. Anyway, that little progress bar on him is Nice's hacking. And we actually get to do that during his playthrough. That's his main gimmick, actually. But as soon as that meter's done, we can actually win the fight. Okay, I probably should have the lock-on on as well. Oh, the chat crashed again. Look at that. It's happening a lot today. I keep saying that, but, you know, every time it happens, I'm going to say it. As repetitive as it is, because it is true, and it needs to be emphasized. Not needs to, but I feel like it needs to. Also, Eve, once again, going to the edge of the arena so I can't see him. Effectively use English as your main language. Very rarely speak a native one. You just speak it very differently than you hear. Aye. Well, matching energy to whoever you're speaking to is a normal thing no matter what language you're speaking. Oh, I'm gonna be quiet there for a second. I want to see the ending cutscene. It's been a while. Oh, it's not actually done yet. Oh, I completely forgot there's another phase. I was prepared to just sit here and watch for a little bit. But yeah, he has the big bullet hell phase, doesn't he? Okay. Well, I think I'm safe to just lock on and fire at him during this part, because I'm definitely not going to be able to get up there and hit him physically. I don't think I'm supposed to, really. I can try. Yeah, no, he's going to fly away. But yeah, what was I saying? Right, matching the energy. That's just a, like I said, a normal thing. I think the usual word that's used to describe it is a persona. Which has a bit of pop culture connotation these days. And for good reason. The persona games are quite good. Maybe I'll do one of them here one day, but definitely not this year. Or, maybe not this year. Those games are very hard to talk over because it is mostly visual novel, and even when you are doing non-visual novel stuff, there's usually something happening that requires your attention or silence. Oh, there we go. Almost beat him. Oh, I remember this section now. Yes, we're gonna get... Yep, destroyed. The NFCS has been destroyed. That's one of the things that shows up in our loading screen. Suppose I should note what it actually means. That means near-field combat system. And it's the thing that lets our swords hover around us. Now... Oh, he's very angry. Yeah, 2B can't actually just manually use her sword. But... as you can see, she's also stuttering around, so... It's not exactly a situation where I can fight back without my gun. And there's my gun as well. The FFCS, my far-field combat system. Oh, here's the ending. Hold on, I'm gonna mute. Oh, I love that. The complete cutout of the music when she stabs him. Fantastic. Also a great ending scene for Eve.
Finally. It's over.
And there we go. That's not quite the end. I think there's about 5 minutes left of cutscene left. Yeah, here we are. But we're done with the gameplay for Route A. I said I was... You know, I probably could have actually just done this last time, huh? It only took an hour to do. But we won't end immediately after this. I think we'll do the tutorial for Route B at least. Because I don't actually need to... Well, I can't really lord up during that section because I can't actually have anything up because I need to pay attention to what's happening.
No. It's okay.
So at least do that before we end. And that'll probably take at least 30 minutes.
But you'll lose you. The you that exists at this very moment.
Guess so. But
For now, Android philosophy.
upload this corrupted data to the bunker. So
9S.
And you see, we're back to the initial problem at the beginning of the game. When 9S blew himself up and he lost his memories. Now he's gonna have to do it again. Also, I don't know what's up with the skin peeling back. I'm quite certain that the skin is not a projection. Especially considering the dead androids have skin still. I think what is happening here is that he's lowering his armor so that 2B can take him out. But once again, they never actually explicitly say what's going on there. Also, yes, this scene is intentionally meant to look explicit. That's a whole nother bit of android philosophy that we'll get a lot more of in the next playthrough. But it's also mostly about their relationship, too. It's a very interesting one that we will, once again, go more into in the next playthrough. Oh, I just realized they don't have their visors on. I think this is the first time in the playthrough that they aren't wearing them. I didn't even notice just until just now because I'm so used to it. Oh, chat room trashed again. Twice, I think.
It always ends like this.
And that's a bit of foreshadowing. Or not necessarily, I don't really know if it's foreshadowing. Because it's hinting to previous events. But it's an interesting thing to know for later. An important thing to know for later. Oh, there's our first time I think we get to see 2B's eyes. Did we see it earlier when she stabbed Eve? I forget.
There's still some alive.
And for a refresher, they were all supposed to be dead because they were all being controlled by Eve since he was the server admin.
Goddamned machines! Is this a message? The data transmissions, they're resonating with each other.
I wonder where all their bodies go whenever this happens. Because I know the machine's head is like their main part of their body. I think it's where their core is, if I had to guess. Do their bodies have like a self-destruct feature or something? Or do their heads just roll off? Probably the latter, if I had to guess.
Wait a second, 2B.
Who are...
It looks like I left my personal data in the machine side of things. Next thing I knew, my sense of self was regenerated over the surrounding network.
And look at that,
Having
happy
multiple selves fused
ending.
together like this is a pretty
Supposedly
valuable
happy ending for
experience,
now.
So I wanted to record it. But I couldn't access any storage area.
But it turns out Ninus
So I
has
just
backed himself up
multiplexed it
into the
over
machine
memories of
memory.
some nearby
So he only
enemies,
lost like
so when I
5
returned
minutes.
to my own body, I...
Ines,
For now, this is a happy ending.
I'm glad you're okay.
And as I've said,
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4 times already, we'll learn more about this in the next playthrough. But for now, 2B and Ines get their happy
What
ending.
is it that separates machines from
Oh,
androids
more 2B.
like us?
Android philosophy.
The machines have gained emotions, consciousness. The final screams they summoned on the edge of death. They still echo within me.
Ending A. What's it called? Flowers for Machines. There we go. Oh, and the chat room crashed right at the perfect time again. Well, there's our first ending. And now we get to hear Weight of the Worlds. English version, I think. Yeah, that's the English version, okay. So, that is our first playthrough completed. And now we get to listen to the, I think, Weight of the World for the first time in this game. We will be hearing it a lot more going forward. I think we get to hear the English version, the Japanese version, and the Chaos language version before we're done, plus at least one more. Or at least one more play of one of, like... They're going to play at least one more of those versions again. But it's quite a good song. I quite like it. All the languages are good. I think the same person sings it in all the languages, too. Or at least in those three that they choose. And I don't know. Ray Chase? Oh, hold on, right. I don't actually... Hold on, I don't connect voice actors to characters, do I? Hold on. Let me check. Let's see. Ray Chase. Oh, yep, for Eve. Yep, there he is. Like I said, he is one of my favorite performances in this game, in the English version of this game. And that final scene with him, where he's dying, is one of the big reasons for it. We'll get to hear him talk a lot more going forwards, because like I said, Adam and Eve were very absent from that playthrough. But my other favorite performance is definitely 9S, hands down. He is, I think, leagues above others. Not in this playthrough. In this playthrough, he's actually rather tame. Kind of overshadowed by not necessarily overshadowed by 2B, but all of his interactions kind of hinge on her. But when we get to see play through C and D, he really pops off. Like Ray Chase, he's one of your top 15 voice actors. Actually, hold on, let me see what other roles he did. I have the thing open right now. Has he done anything recently that I recognize? Or anything at all that I recognize? I don't know if his website's going to have them all. I just picked the first one. But I'm really, really bad at connecting voice actors to their like connecting names and faces with voice actors and stuff. I just hear the voice and I recognize it. Oh, apparently he did their English voice for them. Let's see. What if I just look up him specifically? Let's see. Oh, okay. He's in Final Fantasy stuff. Demon Slayer, Genshin Impact. I see. That's probably why I don't quite recall him. Because a lot of these things are not things that I... Oh, yeah, no, I definitely have not seen a lot of things that he's in English. I think this is one of the only ones, actually. You don't recognize them because there's 10 of them? I'm actually surprised. He's a voice actor in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I had no idea. Which I wouldn't know because I think I've ever watched it in English. Other than the first two parts. Oh, he's the subway announcer in Persona 5. You know, if I'd played that within the past 3 years, I probably would have recognized him from that, because I spent a long time playing it. Oh! That's where he's from. He plays Dragon Ball characters. A few of them, actually. Okay, that's probably where I know him from then. If I had to guess. But yeah, this game has a great cast. All of them are really great, actually. Worst you've ever been at recognized voices? Don't worry about it. We'll get to hear them a lot more going forward. And because like I said, Eve barely shows up in this playthrough. Barely, really. And we'll get to see them a lot more going forward. But for now, I think at this point we're safe to skip the credits, right? Did they let me skip the credits the first time around? Oh, they do. We'll skip it this time around, because later on they will force us to watch the whole thing. And I actually don't mind that. I quite, in fact, appreciate that they forced me to watch the whole thing. But not for this first one. Anyway, message from Square Enix. To all players, thank you so much for playing Nier Automata. We have a special message for you. This is the thing that no one reads, by the way. It's very frustrating that people don't read this part. The game has several different storylines that change each time you play. You have witnessed the A route, but there are still many story elements and changes to gameplay systems you have not seen yet. We highly recommend you play through again to witness the full Nier Automata experience. Usually recognize voice actors in seconds of hearing them? Oh, okay, I see. I think the only voice actor that I recognize off the top of my head, and by the way, once again, I don't know his name, is the voice actor for Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, specifically his Japanese VA. Because he has a very distinctive voice, and it's very, very overpowering whenever he shows up in other roles, because Dio is such an iconic character with such a distinct voice. It's always a shock for me, at least. Anyways, yes. playthrough B. Also, we have new options available in the settings. I don't actually know what settings are available, because I didn't look at what all the settings I had available were before I cleared out my game for these streams. Oh, I think we get a new title card, don't we? Oh, no, not yet, not yet. We will eventually, though. What's the new settings, though? And other. Oh, right, we get the voice changer. We're not going to mess with that, because I think it's just like effects and stuff. But now, you can see our little save file has a blank screen on it, the Yorha icon. And if we go in, it's going to send us all the way back to the beginning, and this time, we play as 9S. This is the lore dump playthrough. We're not going to be doing it right now, because I need to hack in materials so I can unlock the lore, so I can read it to you guys. But this playthrough, instead of being 90% side quest, will be 20% side quest probably, and 50% lore. I will be reading so much. Not just from in this game, but also from supplemental content that I really enjoy. And I'll try to time it for when it's appropriate in the story as well. But immediately we get a completely different start off. As we start with having already established the machines being sentient. And, here's a surprise, we get to control the robot. The little machine. Oh, I have hiccups. And look at this, our little stubby friend. We can jump as him. It's actually way faster. Actually, I think it's faster if we jump. Yeah, I think it is just faster if we jump, isn't it? What other buttons do I have? Oh, I only have the jump right now. And you can see, we can actually trip over. Oh, I can't trip over it yet. I need to get the bucket, and then I can trip. Yes, yes, get a container for your brother. Also, immediately... Oh yeah, I love the little robots, guys. These guys are the perfect little mascot. Such an easy to draw face, such a friend-shaped design. I love them. Also, they look like little wind-up toys too. And look at this. Oh, I can't actually do it. Hold on. Well, let's flip on oil first. Oh, what was I saying? Oh right, immediately we have the symbolism and the parallels. Because we have a weak robot brother trying to help his other robot brother. I wonder where that is familiar from. But first, let's bully him a little bit. Ah. Yep, we can make him trip with the bucket. In fact, you're kind of supposed to, because there's these 3 poles here. And I didn't do that to be mean, I just wanted to show it off. I can never be mean to this little guy. Look at him, he's adorable. I mean, I spent probably 10 minutes just staring at the ones that don't have arms when we got to the desert the first time. Obviously, I like them. Also, we can't jump with it either. We have to make the slow walk. So if we jump, it will spill again. So time to make the slow march. As you recall, the first time I played this game, I think I kept, like, tripping on stuff. So I had to do this walk back, like, 5 times. It was very unfortunate. Yes, yes, go help your brother. He can be saved. I believe in you. Actually, I think he does get saved, if you pay attention to the details later on. But it's hard to say, because the robots have they have a pseudo-hive mind, so it could just be a different pair. Oh, you finally got around to bringing a little guy for your stream. Be proud of him? Aye, aye. Good job. Oh, here's 9S. It's time for the start of the game.
Well, looks like it's time.
And there's... Oh, hold on. Hold on. There we are. Look at this. It's us in our formation. Oh, we have yet to assume the position of commander, but they're all about to get shot down by lasers, so it'll happen soon enough. Oh, also, I shouldn't be saying we anymore, because we are 9S.
Operator 210 to Unit 9S. Come in, 9S.
9S here. Go ahead.
Oh, and our new
The
operator,
Yorha
too.
troops have commenced their descent. Disable the enemy base's defense systems immediately.
Roger that.
Alright, we have a new operator. She's a bit... how to say... She comes off as more cold. But she's very caring, and we will grow to love her. Oh, also I can do this, can't I? I can move the crane and get an item, I think? Another one of these... Or is this a shortcut? Ah, right. This is a shortcut for later, because right down there is where you start as 2B. Whenever you start this playthrough, whenever you start your original playthrough, and you get on the land.
Proceed with mission operations immediately.
Oh, also, hold on. I think right here, we have an option for an alternate ending. He's a pumpkin toadlet, and you name him Goobert. Now you just need to make a stream starting soon screen. Aye, good job, good job. And here's our ending. 9S was last heard to say, I can't control my curiosity about machines anymore. I'm leaving so I can study them as much as I want. He was never heard from again. And there is a joke ending. Hungry for knowledge, ending G. Look at that. Oh no, do I have to do the robot section again? Because I did that? I might have to do it again. Because I don't think there's a save point. We've got to do it again. Well, it's fine. We get to stare at the little robot again. And you actually remind me, I need to keep making more stuff for my stream. I actually mentioned it when I posted the Grohl art, that I spent my time making the Grohl art instead of making stuff for stream. I really should do that. I need to make a calendar. I have probably 3 or 4 days before I need to post the next one. And the one I'm using right now is not great. Not great at all. Let's go ahead and skip that opening cutscene.
Wait a minute.
Let's see if we can speedrun that bucket of oil. Or grease, probably, if I had to guess. There's no way they're spilling oil this far into the future.
If I give my brother this, he'll move again. I need a
It's taking ages to finish. You're going pixel by pixel. And the canvas is 300 wide and 200 tall. Oh yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I'm not gonna lie. I think my starting soon screen is like 4,000 across or something, because I don't have much of a sense of scale for digital art.
It will be okay now.
I just sort of go with whatever I feel is right, and that's what I felt was right at the time. Obviously, it's a bit too big, but, you know, at least it's high res, I suppose. Not that it needs to be high res, it's mostly... Well, not mostly, it's rather simple, all things considered. But, you know, I would like to animate it a little bit. It wouldn't... Because I don't want to do anything fancy, I just want to make the lights sparkle a bit, fade in and out. And I can do that, I would only need a few frames. The only issue is I need to learn how to use a digital animating software. I think Clip Studio will work for that. It has an animation option. But I have no clue how I'd actually format that, so I'm going to have to sit down for probably an hour, figure out what the buttons do.
Just a little more.
But I suppose it's much less of a hassle than actually doing it physically, I suppose.
Brother.
Anyway, there we go.
Doesn't
We're
matter.
going to skip the cutscene this time around.
Operator 210 to Unit
And
9S.
okay, yeah, we're
Come
also
in,
going to be
9S.
talking over
9S here. Go ahead.
The
our
Yorha
operator
troops
again.
have commenced their descent. Disable the enemy base's defense systems
Or maybe
immediately.
not. I don't like talking
Roger
over
that.
her.
Flight unit recommended.
Anyway, we're going to lower this anyways, because I think it is a shortcut if I'm coming in from the other side. Yeah, it's going to turn my camera to look at it. Now let's get into our flight unit. Because we do actually get to fly for, I think, the entire tutorial section. Also, I can just show off right now. 9S is a lot worse of a fighter. He only gets one weapon, and his moveset is considerably worse with all of them. So we'll get to see how he actually fights once we're in the flight unit, because he can use his special ability whether he's in the flight unit or on the ground. And that special ability is the thing that makes him powerful. Here we go. Black flight unit. You know, I gotta gush about these things again. I love the flight units. They're so well designed. I love them so much. They're so unique too. Because, the thing I said last time, you don't get to see sci-fi vehicles much that leave their pilots exposed to the elements. For now, we get to fly down this infinitely large tunnel as we bash through these enemies who probably all die in one hit if I had to guess. They are scaled to the proper level, but they are still the basic variety of the enemy without any upgrades. You probably take much less time to do normally. However, it looks significantly worse, so pixel art it is. Aye. That is the big struggle with pixel art, is the time it takes. I suppose there's probably rushes for it in some program that make it easier, but I certainly would not know that.
We'll need you to take down the enemy's defense systems. to
Ah,
give
and here
our
we are, the
attack
tutorial
squadron
on
a
how
chance. You have
9S's
4
special
targets
ability
that need to
works.
be hacked. Be advised that hostiles have been detected around
If we
each
hold,
target.
well, okay, well that's the wrong guy. If we hold Y on anyone, we can immediately turn the game into a bullet hell, and if we win, it blows them up. It won't one-shot bosses, but it'll one-shot pretty much every small enemy in the game. And it has 2 fun features. Number 1, it in real time converts us to pixel, like 8-bit music. I don't mean like it's real-time rendering that, but it has a real-time conversion, not conversion, like dynamic, what's the word? It uses no, that's not the right word either. Hold on, I'll think of it in a second. The conversion from regular music to 8-bit music, that part I think is real time, and the rest is just done normally. And the second thing is that the further we get in the game, the harder these little puzzles are going to get. Okay, I keep accidentally hacking the wrong things. I might actually die during that, because you only get 3 hits before you die. Use the sword to clear out these guys, and then I can hack. And that's what we need to do. You know, actually take my time. That seems to be a weakness for me, but it's fine. We'll overcome it one day. There we go.
The target is now accessible. Yeah. 1 affirmation will suffice. Fine.
Yep, 1 affirmation. Oh, and here we go. Look at this. Immediately, we're not getting one that's harder necessarily, but we're getting one that introduces us to the maze mechanic that can appear within these. Typically, whenever you hack something, you'll either get the little black ball flying around trying to shoot you, or you'll get a maze section like that where there's also stuff trying to shoot you. That's our tutorial to how this whole thing works.
Hacking complete.
And we get to
Proceed the
do
next target.
3 more of those. I don't think any of them are especially difficult or different, so we can just sort of speed through it if we want. In fact, I think that's what I usually do, because we don't need to bother trying to get levels here. We can do that later. As long as there's no big enemies guarding the thing like there was in the last, we should just be able to do this outright. Oh, it's a shame. Something blocked me. I'm really doing poorly on those, aren't I? Oh, yeah, there's our big enemy. Let's deal with him. I probably should just hack it, shouldn't I? That's way easier. It'll one-tap this guy. There we go. Look at that. And I accidentally hacked the little guy. It's fine. They explode when they get hacked. So it'll kill some of the other ones too. There we go. Now we can hack the big one. Hold on. Come on, 9S. Shoot it. I can't? Why not? It's because I'm aggroed to the other ones? Okay. I guess I can't run through it. There we go. Now it works. Oh, it takes a long time to hack those. I think I need... Is there a hacking speed up chip? I know there's a few hacking exclusive chips. I don't remember if there's an increased speed, though. Oh, I love the 8-bit music. I would just sit in the...
Hacking complete. 2
in
targets
the hacking
remaining.
menu all day if I could just listen to that. I mean, I guess I could, but not really. There's a time limit on it, and if I run out of time, I will take damage and get kicked out. I hit hack again. I keep trying to pull out the sword, and I keep hitting hack. I've not had to use the Y button for this entire game. And now suddenly I'm getting mixed up with the X button. Ah, I've done it again. What a fool I am. That's fine, that's what the tutorial's for. Get used to the new buttons on my keyboard. Not my keyboard. I'm not playing with keyboard. I'm playing with, controller. Like a sane person. I tried playing this game with a keyboard once, actually. It was quite possibly one of the most miserable experiences I've ever had in gaming. It is not designed for it at all. There we go. Now we got the big guy. And that kills the little one. So now we can hack the main thing, right? Okay, I think I get hit by a cannon, but it's fine. Ouch. Hold on. Keep on hacking. There we go. Another maze. Okay, they're all just going to be mazes with no hazards. Got it. That's fine, though. We only have the one more left. And I don't actually know what we do after that. I think we just help fight the Goliath?
Hacking complete.
Actually, I think we'd
One
have a
target
bunch of
remaining.
flying sections, actually,
This
because
is a real
2B
pain. May I remind
canonically
you
is
that
running
personal trauma
around
during operations
doing whatever
is
on ground
restricted.
level.
Fine.
And we need to just fly around and support her while she's doing that, I think. Yeah, hold on, let's take care of these guys so we can hack the big thing. Stop hitting me, I want to hit the big thing. There we go, there we go. But as always, the tutorial is rather... not anticlimactic, what's the word? I don't want to call it boring, but it's uneventful, that's what it is. That's a polite way to say it. How odd, I would usually get that word immediately. Well, there we go, we got it.
Hacking of enemy defense system complete. Our attack squadron can now infiltrate the base.
Now we just say go
You
right
are
back to the
continue
middle,
providing support
and we
by
can
whatever
leave.
means available.
Oh, it's so cool. I love the flight units. I love them so much. I know there's flight unit figures, but every figure for this game is super
Yorka
expensive.
has entered the base. However, there is only one unit remaining.
Oof, must have been rough out there.
So
The
I'm
enemy's
most probably
defensive
not going to be
weapon is
getting
making
one
things
anytime
more
soon.
difficult than we estimated.
Not that I have a habit of collecting figures, though. They are all expensive, in my experience. Unless Amiibo count, I suppose, but those have an actual function. What am I doing? I can hack! Hack it. Do that. I've been talking this whole time about how overpowered the hacking is, and I'm not doing it against the big guys. Realistically, I should be hacking everything, because it lowers the risk of taking damage to 0. And it does splash damage, too. And out we go. I think 2B is fighting the big arm right now. Yeah,
Whoa.
there it is.
Get a load of that thing. Firing missiles.
Oh, and that's where we saw 9S for the very first time. Not gonna lie, I've always thought it weird how well defined his lips are in this scene.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man.
But I think it's just because I can't see his eyes in this scene. This is the
You're
only
2B,
close-up we
right?
have with him with a
My name's
blindfold on.
9S. I'm here to provide support.
Like in a pre-rendered
Copy
cutscene,
that.
I think. I think every time we get, else we get
was that
close
big
up,
old
he
buzzsaw
has
the
it
Goliath
off.
you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh. Well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside.
And look at this.
from the
Oh,
ground.
wait. No, 2B took her bow off. Is that... I thought she keeps it on. Or is it because it's a cutscene? Well, it's probably because it's a cutscene, if I had to guess. But yeah, whatever equipment you have on 2B, whenever you go to play through B,
2B?
will be stuck on her until
Ma'am?
you get to
What?
play through C.
I was going to send you the map data I collected
So I think she's going to
earlier.
have the bow and
Do
the
it.
2 white swords for the rest of time, pretty much. Because it's going
know,
to take a
ma'am,
while, I think,
I'm
before
glad
we
you're
get to play through
here.
C.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone.
Not because I think it's
Scouting out enemy lines
like
and all that.
it's going to take a long
I don't
time
usually get a
gameplay-wise,
partner.
because,
It's kind of fun.
as always, I think I'm going to get
Emotions are
distracted from the
branded.
near stream by other stuff.
Sorry, ma'am.
And
Because right now, all
another
we're doing is Nier
thing,
and
stop
Ace
calling me
Attorney,
ma'am.
Huh?
and I'd like
It's
to pick up
unnecessary.
something else.
Alright then. 2B
I
it
mentioned that
is.
a lot, actually. Oh, also I suppose I should mention on the schedule, I think Saturday was? Saturday or Sunday, depending on your time zone. We have a 2B announced stream. I'm not sure what it will be, because I have something important going on that day. So worst case scenario, I don't show up at all. But if I do show up, it'll be whenever I feel like, I suppose. Which isn't too much different from how it usually is,
This
but
place sure is big.
it'll be different
Humans
than
used
how
to
it
use
is
as a
considering
weapons
we have the
factory,
schedule now.
but now it's just
Also, the chat crashed
crawling with
again.
Machines. The enemy seems to have
Fantastic.
repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
So if we don't
We definitely have a
destroy it,
record,
they'll
though,
just
today
keep
on
coming.
how many times the chat crashes. It's definitely hit the double digits by now.
What?
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old one.
And of course, the reason I'm fine with talking over all these conversations we're having, because these are the exact same ones I had in the tutorial the first time around. We don't even have any interjections from the operator, so there's nothing new. Just me mashing and slashing away at these tutorial bots.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Chibi moves a lot quicker when she's not being controlled by me, huh?
Somewhere?
Already about to go into the boss.
You mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
Almost out. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should
That
we
was
check
not
it
the light
out?
at the end of the tunnel. Never mind. That is the light of a randomly
It's not
placed
like Command
giant
get the
light.
location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time
A
to
shame
time, huh?
that. But we are almost done.
I wouldn't bet on that.
I think this is the last batch of enemies, yeah? It has to be the last one, because we just finished the conversation. There we go, it is. Okay, wonderful.
What's going on?
She appears to be engaging the target enemy.
We have to help.
Oh, and I forgot!
Let's go!
Nyness's pod. It has the female voice, as opposed to 2B's. I always forget about that, because the pods don't actually play a big role in the story until much later in the game. So we really only hear little, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 lines per every other story beat, if I had to guess.
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy it.
Anyway, now we get to fight the big guy as 9S, which isn't actually all that. Oh wait, no, hold on, it is different. I can hack it.
Complete. Software vulnerabilities
Wait,
and
hold on, I can't hack it yet because the pod is talking to me. Now I can hack it.
Thing and weaken it.
Is this actually going to be a difficult hack or not? I don't think it will be. No, it's the standard one. They did not give the Goliaths very good defenses, did they? I mean, I guess they don't take much damage, but if I get like 3 hacks off, I think it can blow its arm off. Also, once we get to the actual regular ground gameplay parts, the hacking will become a little bit more interesting, and I'll show off why when we get there. Probably not today though, we're just doing the tutorial, since we've already been going around for so much. Oh, and the chat room crashed again. Oh, hey, look at this, we got a more complicated one. This one has the turrets, which are the black cylinders. And whenever a hacking sequence has a shield on it, you need to kill everything in order to open it, I believe. Hold on, can I hack anything else? Okay, nope. Enemy missiles have been intercepted, and now I get to turn them around. Oh, actually, I remember. I thought he was going to do that during the other fight with the big fish bot. I guess I was just misremembering it. It was actually this fight.
Boost!
Anyway, now we've gotten tossed around and put on top of the bot. I think we just hack a bunch more now, don't we? Or do we defend ourselves with the pod? It's one of the two. Oh, yes, we get to do the system reboot. Yes, yes. This is the first time we get to do this. You can't even hear what we're saying anymore because our audio systems are broken. Where am I? Recovery sector. Eliminate access impairments to all blocks. Oh, wait, that's the pod talking. Oh, well, I guess we gotta go find a spot where we can repair. Here we are. Visual system repairs. 1, 2, 3. This is such a good way, by the way, to portray repairing 9S from his perspective. I really like it. Because we're going to get to use this, like, 3D hacking space for a lot of stuff later on.
Recovered. External sound input confirmed.
Thank you, Pod. We're almost done. Oh. Okay, we are done. Just waiting for 2B to find
I
us.
have to repair him. Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access the...
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are
You know, I
too poor
probably
to attempt
explained the whole
field
logic
repair.
virus thing, shouldn't I?
Just do what I
It's
say.
come up a few times now, and it's the reason why 2B had to kill 9S at the end of the playthrough.
You shut up too.
Basically, it's just the way they call it computer virus. Notably, two notable things about it. First of all, the Logic Virus vaccine is like a plug-in firewall, and they only administer, like they only download them into an Android if they need it, because otherwise the machines would learn how to do it, like how to counteract it. And they also have different levels of vaccine that they authorize at different points in time, depending on how important it is to keep that Android alive. And the other important thing is the red eyes. Now, in universe, those red eyes are very important, because there's two ways you can think about it. First is that it's a system built into the androids to warn other androids that they're infected, which would be the most likely answer, if not for the second reason. Also, the chat room crashed again. And that second possibility is it has to do with a character called Red Eyes, who never appears on screen in this game, or in Replicant. They might appear in Reincarnation, but that game got shut down when it was live service, so I don't actually know. But they are a very important figure from way back early in the timeline. And how early? I mean, like, modern day early. It was happening a long time ago. But it's theorized that the red eyes of the machines and of the infected androids has something to do with him, because he was a magical creature kind of bent on destroying humanity. And yeah, I'm probably gonna take a bit of damage here. Oh, nope, never mind. It has terrible, terrible accuracy. I kind of do as well, but it's fine, because these guys are slow. Can I use my program? No, it's broken. I should have expected that, actually. But for now, we get to do... I think this is the only time in the game where we're playing with pod only. And I'm quite glad, because it kind of really, really sucks. Like, it really sucks. I don't know what it is with games and turret sections. Oh, actually, no, I do know what it is. Turret sections were awesome at one point. You know, back in the late 2000s, when Call of Duty was still a new thing, and first-person shooters were really popping off. I loved turret sections back then. I think everyone did, because it made you feel really powerful and awesome. But this is like a pathetic, weak turret section. It's the opposite of what you want. There we go. That can complete. And now this is the part where we take its arm off, I think, and give it to 2B.
The control on the enemy's upper.
Oh, hold on, I can move around as a pod. Oh my god, I didn't even know that. You know, I thought it was a turret section this whole time, but apparently I can just move freely. That makes it a lot easier. Oh, well, I wish I knew that before the enemies stopped spawning. Look at me, still learning new things about the game mechanics. Though I suppose there's not really a reason to walk around. The pods are all going to move straight towards 9S, which is where you start.
Seize its control system.
And there we go. I think that's the last gameplay section of the tutorial.
Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
2B has successfully commandeered the enemy unit.
Oh, no, we have a little bit more.
Support.
Continuing support? What do you want me to do? Oh, there's more guys. Okay, well, let's actually charge after them this time. Take the fight to them. Look at these little guys. Think they can dodge? Nope. I can fly towards them. It only took... What when this game came out? 2017? And... It's 2026 now. It only took 9 years for me to figure out that you can move the pod while during the section. Their learning rate is significantly worse than that. So I think I have them beat. In fact, their learning rate is so bad, it's actually quite comical at times. We'll get to see more of that in this playthrough. I keep saying that, you know, but it's true. There's so much more lore in this playthrough that the game gives you, and also that I'm going to be giving out. I can't wait to share all of it. Almost got them done, though. There shouldn't be too much more. Aye, aye. Great games. Still discovering stuff many years later. And to think, I was complaining about turret sections when I discovered it. Only to discover it's not a turret section. I mean, it's still pretty bad, don't get me wrong. But it is at least unique.
You just die already!
Thank you, Juby. And now we get to blow up. Notably, it's not really from 9S's perspective. Because 9S doesn't actually remember any of this. So right now we're from the perspective of, you know, the omniscient audience.
Bringing the battle to them.
But it's nice to see this again. You know, after just getting to the end and seeing that it's a parallel to this, having this refresh in our mind.
It doesn't look like that's...
Even though you have been doing very well finding the autocorrect. But yeah, the last set word, when you hit the enter button and it autocorrects, is always the worst.
Oh, great.
I don't imagine that... this is going to
It is not going to end well. We already know what's going to happen. You already know what's going to happen too, because you already pulled out your black box.
The black box.
You've made your decision.
It's ready.
Also, something interesting is that I'll just bring it up for now because I don't really have much to comment on this. Seeing the second time, but their outfits are such a strange material. The black parts, I mean, because you would think, just looking at it, it's like leather. Their boots are, but that's not the texture they have on their gloves. It's more like velvet.
Request accepted.
And for a human, that just seems like a miserable experience to wear.
It was an honor to fight with you.
Or at least 2B's gloves look like that. 9S obviously has leather gloves.
The honor was mine.
It's always something I've just thought about, but not spoken up regarding. I wonder what cosplayers use for their gloves. Because there's a lot of 2B cosplayers. Including the voice actor for 2B herself, I believe. Oh, here we are.
Looks like it's time to help 2B get herself
Back in the
set up.
bunker.
She's probably waiting in her room now.
And we don't actually get to see the scene where they meet up on the bunker for the first time. We missed that because we're at 9S's perspective, and he probably doesn't consider it to be especially important, if I had to guess. But we will be doing one more thing before we end for today, and that is this next section, because I think it's very interesting. So if we go over here to 2B's room...
Sorry to barge in on you.
And we get to see something very interesting.
Looks like you've already started.
Let's go ahead and hack into 2B and help her set up.
2B.
I know, I love her gloves.
I'm starting your boot sequence. First, you'll want to check your brightness
And
settings.
I'm because let you guys know right now, I do not have my controllers in my hand. It is set down, and I am not going to be touching anything. Because, see that little recording symbol in the top right?
Then. Let's get started.
When we did our settings the first time, they actually were recording what we were doing, and they were playing it back for us right now, which is why we have the B button to skip. But we don't necessarily have to do that. I don't think I took too long to do this, because I set my settings up before game, other than the screen brightness, of course. Oh, and right here is where I pause to talk about how they do a fun thing with the settings.
How does this look?
I remember that, actually.
Roger that. Oh,
and I think the only thing I stalled on was making fun of
being
9S when we get to the
recorded
sound
for posterity.
settings.
Now let's take a look at your voice recognition settings. Seems your voice recognition is set to mute, which isn't going to work. I'm going to call out to you now.
Oh yeah,
Make
I
sure
just
you can
realized,
hear my
because
voice.
we aren't supposed to be hearing anything that 9S is saying
Ma'am?
right now.
Are you there?
At least in 2B's playthrough.
Can you hear me?
This right here is the first time
Hello?
we were able to hear him.
Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Adjust the settings until you can hear my voice.
And I think I waited long enough to actually get a text box pop up, didn't I?
Could you
I'm not
try
sure.
and pick up the pace a little bit?
Let's watch and silently, not silently, and judge out loud
Ma'am?
my past
Are you
self's
there?
decisions.
Can you hear me? Hello? Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Alright, are we good now?
Oh, I did make fun of him. Look at that. I don't think 2B actually says it with the intent to make fun of him when you choose an
Anyway,
option.
that takes care of the settings.
It's kind of hard to read her though.
Heck?
Oh,
My pulse rate is rising.
We didn't get to hear that when we were playing the other playthrough.
Seems to be back to normal now. How odd. Hold on. Your
Anyway, that little bit of
self-destruct permissions are
9S's thoughts on 2B, what
Wait a
did
sec,
come
I
through
need to restore those.
rather clear in the other playthrough, but it's a bit more
I could
explicit
say it
here,
for you, but
since we
you
actually get to
should
hear
probably
his
do it yourself.
internal monologue.
Regulations and all, you know. Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So
Aye, aye.
once
We
you
only
finish
self-destructed
making
once, I think,
adjustments, you
just
can
to
go
show
ahead and
off
close this
that it
out.
works and that it removes the skirt, I think. And then I think I immediately killed myself, so it would go back to normal. We'll do the same thing with 9S,
Morning.
to show off what he looks like when he's self-destructed. But that won't be today, because if we blow up ourselves right now, it'll blow up the bunker, give us an ending, and then we'll have to do this whole sequence
9S.
again.
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
Aye, aye. And by that, I mean that is the only check we will ever perform on her.
Oh, don't worry. We 9S models are the best around, you know.
I think off-screen,
Though I
we can do
suppose
one
we're
more
Not exactly known for
down
our
at the resistance
modesty.
base if we decide to interact with the bed. But yeah, no, we're never going to do
9S.
maintenance again.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
Ah, yeah, she has to
There's no
remind
need
us,
to be
because
Oh,
so
we forgot
formal.
about that, of course.
All right. If you say so.
Oh, and I can't move faster
I
quite
almost
yet.
forgot. The commander was calling for you. We better go see what's up, man. 2B.
Aye, aye. Well, with that being said, we have made it.
Be near an
Oh,
access point to save your data.
hold on.
You can
Nice
see
needs to give me a
access points
tutorial.
on the close range map. Be sure to save often.
Are you gonna free me? Oh, he's gonna free me. Oh, yes, I'm gonna unlock arcade. Every time we do a hacking minigame, it will be unlocked here for us to replay freely. And there is, I think, like 60 of them. Oh, wait, I only have the one available right now, though, so it's not gonna be the option to pick. Is it? Oh, no, it's just gonna have me go... Oh, no, you gotta go into training to see them all individually. Yeah, I have just a bunch of random ones between 1 and 29 available right now. There's a ton of them. Technically, that's also a thing I didn't finish in my 100% playthrough. Is I was missing one hacking game somewhere, and I had no idea where to find it. Oh, and look at that, the chat crashed right at the end. So, with that being said, we have made it to the end of today's stream. Thank you all for coming to watch the end of Nier Automata Playthrough A. Oh, what's on the schedule? Tomorrow, we will be doing an Ace Attorney stream. It will probably be a very short one because I have something planned for the day after that I need to get up really early for. And with that being said, I am signing off. Goodbye. Wait, that's not what I usually say, is it? Ah, oh well. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.